Well, Canelo Alvarez's team picking David Benavidez to beat Caleb Plant. I got something to say about that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I had to make this video. Subscribe. Eddie Reynoso and Canelo payday. You want payday? I know that. Alvarez. They are both picking David Benavidez. It is fight week, by the way. They're both picking David Benavidez to defeat Caleb Plant, a mutual opponent of Canelo Alvarez. Now, at first glance, it may not seem like a big deal. Like, okay, Benavidez is a great fighter, you know. He's fast-handed. He has vicious combinations. He appears to have a chin. He has definitely a killer mindset. He looks to be in the best shape of his career. So, not really a big deal, you know. Some people are picking Caleb, some people are picking David Benavidez. However, the reason why, to a keen student of the game like myself, why this doesn't look right from Canelo's team particularly is because these are the same people who, for a while now, you know, I can't even quantify it with an actual time frame, but for a while now, these are the same two between Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, and I'm just gonna lump them together as Team Canelo, right? For a while, they've been downplaying David Benavidez. They're saying, and I'm gonna say the collective, but between Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, they've said stuff like, who is he beat? Canelo said, who is Benavidez beat? Who is he? Why should I even be worried about him? Who is he beat? He beat one guy, Anthony Durrell. Who is that? You know? So let me get this straight. You've been downplaying the kid Benavidez, acting like he ain't ish, acting like he doesn't do. And another thing, when Canelo, the leader, says these things, no matter how cockamamie it sounds, his legion of fans, his loyals, the Canelo Man fans, the Cinnabons, they just regurgitate and spew whatever nonsense Canelo is spewing. Canelo could fight a baby in Mexico, and people would say if he chose it, they'll say it's a good fight. That baby had it coming just because it's Canelo. But anybody else would be like, oh, you baby killer, and you know, all these kinds of names. But Canelo Man fans, they don't want to see the truth, so they'll just go down with the ship. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Y'all are about to go down with the ship. So back to the Benavidez thing. I mean, his whole team, it's just ironic. So how do you say all this stuff? Benavidez, who is he? He ain't beat nobody. And the reason they were saying this, let's not beat around the bush, and I want to be very particular and very brash in my delivery, is because Benavidez was almost being a scene stealer. Canelo, more and more, as Benavidez began to shine on his own, his name kept getting mentioned. And as he kept calling out Canelo, and he was training in San Diego, Canelo lives in San Diego, gym in San Diego, you know, all these things. And his name started becoming more and more synonymous with Canelo Alvarez. And that's what happens in boxing. The pressure will amount and amount and amount until it's combustible. And that's precisely what happened. And Canelo couldn't, he was also fighting a lot of English and European and Eastern European guys and Caucasian fighters and things like that. And then people wanted to change and wanted some different styles in there. Put a David Morrell in there, put a Jamal Charlo in there, a Demetrius Andrade in there, put a David Benavidez in there. Put a Bevo rematch in there because we know he could beat you because he beat you, you know? So there's that intrigue based on the fact of what would happen. Can Canelo make improvements, or is it deja vu? So people want to see Canelo in these compelling fights. And I think he resented the fact that Benavidez's name became synonymous with his. So he tried to downplay Benavidez like he's not accomplished or he's not a good fighter, and his fans did the same thing, as if Benavidez isn't worthy, and oh, Benavidez can't make weight, oh, Benavidez failed for cocaine, and they had all these excuses, all that for Canelo's team, both of them, Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, to be picking David Benavidez to beat Caleb Plant. So he can't be that bad because you have experience. You know Caleb Plant's a good fighter and you've never fought David Benavidez. So why are you picking him if he's such a bad fighter? Oh, that's right. He wasn't a bad fighter. He was only a bad fighter when you wanted to downplay him because his name kept getting mentioned and people kept asking Canelo himself, when are you going to fight David Benavidez? When are you going to fight David Benavidez? So I had to make this video exposing that. So it just goes to show you there's more than meets the eye in this boxing game. You got fighters that'll downplay another fighter like they don't know who they are and what have they done and they're not on my level. But deep down inside, they know that that's not the case. And it's looking real bad for Canelo particularly. I'll make other videos about this. Specifically is the jig is up. Canelo man fans say Benavidez and Charlo, Andrade and Beterbiev. There's this plethora of excuses as to why they don't deserve a fight with Canelo. But then Canelo keeps fighting fights that we know are lesser than those, like John Ryder or Yildirim or Caleb Smith. I mean, all these names are lesser known commodities in America, particularly, or even if he did a fight in Mexico. If he fought Charlo in Mexico, Benavidez in Mexico, David Morrell Jr. in Mexico, you'd be putting on a better show than John Ryder because they're all better fighters than John Ryder, in my opinion. And they're all more complex styles for Canelo's style. So if you really were worried about putting on a show, but Canelo, what he likes to do is say certain things and package it as if he's doing it for the fans. Like, oh, I'm taking a pay cut just so I could be here in Mexico. No, you're taking a pay cut for John Ryder because you know in America that absolutely would not sell. So you can't put that in Vegas and expect any numbers. And then the only other option would be to take it to the UK, but then you would be giving your op home court advantage. And we know Canelo's the A side. He's not going to give somebody, he's not going to make it an away game and go to UK and fight on his homeland. So he took the advantage. You know, he's the A side. He took the advantage, and that's why he's fighting in Mexico. But he's making it like he's doing it for the fans. You're doing it because you have nowhere else that doesn't put you at a disadvantage to put that fight that makes that fight profitable in a month. Introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.